Hello, and welcome to another episode of I Guess You Shouldn't Smoke Cigarettes and Not Eat. I'm your host, Kaylee Carpenter.
And I'm Mandy Cal.
And we are here to talk about episode 10, season 37, called Precious Stones.
Ooh, what a solid title.
Whatever could it mean?
Just not sure, Kaylee.
We're gonna find out.
Can't wait.
So everyone is coming back to the house and they're all freaking out because they think partners are over because Bettany and Corey weren't able to switch partners. TJ just told them to go back. So Devin's like, got no fucking partner.
Same with them. They're just going around shouting how they have no partners. And it's like, okay, guys, we get it. You have no partners.
We don't care.
we really don't. We just want to know what's next.
Yep, exactly. So Corey and Nelson are talking, and Corey obviously doesn't trust anybody, and how he talks about how he's been nothing but true to everyone, but they threw him down there, and the vets don't have his back. Why should he have theirs? Blah blah blah.
And I'm just like, this whole like me against the world bullshit. It's like, you did have a rookie alliance. Like, even in the after show last year, you're like, those were all the people that were riding with me that voted for you, and they were all rookies, and then Big T and Nelson. So it's like, there's a reason you were voted for, because you went against the vets. Like, that's
he's delusional. Like, what are you talking about?
I used to love Corey, but especially this episode really did a hard turn for me.
Yeah, he's just, since the kids thing, it's been rough to like him. And
but now he's just like extra boring and dad-like. Like, I would almost rather him have every confessional being like, I'm doing this for my kids, instead of like what we get in this episode and the next episode.
Yeah, I know. He's just boring. And I'm surprised. I'm glad he's not like this, but remember how what was his name? Tony was like kids and like such a cheater. I really thought Corey was gonna do that too.
Tony was so messy. I was actually watching one of the previous seasons, and it's like there was a camera in the front of the bus, and him and Camilla were in the back of the bus, and we're just like, I guess they can't see us if we lean this way. And it's like, you guys are obviously making out, and then you let everyone get off the bus, and then you stay on the bus to continue to make out, and there's still cameras. It's like, how are you that messy? But
so stupid. I think he's really stupid, obviously. But I'm glad Corey's not like that. I just at first thought he would be, because he used to be such a hoe.
he was. Kids changed him, and we're happy for him on that.
Yeah, that's it though. So Nelson's agreeing with Corey, and he's like, it's us against everyone. We're gonna take them out one by one. Like, good luck with that.
Yeah, you guys aren't that good at things, so.
No, Corey hasn't won anything yet, and he just blames it on his partner.
Corey has a good political game, and Nelson always protecting him, and it's like Nelson just is always out. Like, I don't think Nelson's even made a final, so it's maybe one. Has he made a final?
I think the Island, is that what it's called? I think he's with Ashley, and it's like one, and it was a while ago.
Yeah, so luck, we'll call that as well. They're not that good. I don't understand why they're acting like they run shit. It's like, you guys have never run anything. Neither of you have won anything. Like, you guys get by on political games, not because you're winning challenges.
Yeah, totally. And Nelson got kicked off for fighting before, so.
Of course he did.
Yeah, it's so stupid. So Corey wants to take out Kyle and Ashley, and he has to do it his damn self or whatever. I don't know.
Again, with his lists, like, nobody talks about how his lists are in the way of everything, but
so stupid. So Tori and CT are talking now, and CT is like, I'm shocked Amber's gone. And Tori's like, really? And he's like, no.
She's good at running and not much else.
He's so harsh.
But it's also true. Like, Amber is good at running and not much else.
Yeah. I don't know. I still think she had a good performance. She just lost it for that elimination.
I just don't think she's like that good. She doesn't play, like, everyone knows her political game now, so that's why she kept getting voted in. And she's not good at puzzles or math. We've seen that.
That's true.
Like, she's athletic.
She's athletic, yeah.
That's about it.
I'm just so
I think
glad
that's what he's saying.
I feel like so much less annoyed watching these episodes now that she's gone.
Not her just saying the same shit over and over, and not Berna being like, I hate her, and then Amber being like, I don't understand why Berna hates me.
Oh god, yeah, they're all gone. It's great.
Oh, but did you get like the producer Tori next slide where she was like, she's been in this amount of eliminations and never have lost? I'm just like, Tori, did the producer give you that line to say? Like, shut up. Like, come on.
Or, oh my gosh, she's actually really good. How does she know that?
Yeah. I'm pretty sure they're like, hey, can you guys mention how she's never lost an elimination yet? And Tori's like, I got this.
Yeah, I'm your little bitch, obviously. Oh, just kidding. So Tori thinks it's an individual game now, and she doesn't have a partner.
Yeah.
Oh, so weird. So she's like, it only takes TJ to throw a wrench in everyone's plans, and everyone's freaking out about the possibilities that could happen.
And I'm just like, okay, but like, you guys are gonna find out tomorrow, so like, chill, you know? Like, they're acting like
don't do anything.
Yeah, it's like they're acting like it's like this big thing they just don't know anything about, and it's like the next challenge is like tomorrow or the next day after that. You'll find out then. Like, do what you've been doing this entire time. Eat your pizzas and drink. You know.
Yeah, and as far as you know, the Vet Alliance is back. Then there's no rookie vet teams, so it's probably a good thing.
Because it's not like you're not going to get to a challenge and they're just going to throw an elimination at you and like you're just going to have to throw all this stuff together. It's like, you guys are going to find out tomorrow. Chill out.
Yeah. Drama. So next we have Betnina and Priscilla talk about what Betnina's fighting for, and this just annoys me because I hate when producers like reuse the clips that people have already said. Because Betnina said like 2 episodes ago that I'm fighting for all the small town girls. She says it again. It really pisses me off.
That's her lane though. They're like, okay, so Betnina, you are our small town girl. Just really play that in. Yeah. I love like what Priscilla says. I feel like Priscilla is just so genuine and I just love everything about her. And
yeah, Priscilla is amazing because she's doing it for her mom who like had to take care of like her cousins because I think her aunt died or whatever. So
I think multiple like aunts and uncles have died and now like kind of all of her cousins live with her.
That's insane.
Yeah.
So that was cool. Like we saw a picture of them and everything. So,
and did you like when they're having this conversation in the middle of them is a pizza, and weren't they the ones that technically stole Amber's pizza?
Oh my gosh, I bet the producers did that too.
Yeah, I was like, connections.
They're shady. Like the shots they do, they know what they're doing.
Yeah, they're like, let's put this pizza right in the middle.
And then get all these like emotional scenes for Priscilla and Betnina. Like, it hurts. So Logan is a fuckboy.
I don't think he's a fuckboy. I think he was interested in Big T, and then Big T let out her personality, and he was like, oh.
Yeah, probably like was too into him. Like very obvious about being too into him, I'm assuming. So he's like...
She called him her soulmate in one of the confessionals. And I was like, like, at least play it cool for like a couple of weeks, you know?
I know. I wonder how long it's been. It hasn't been that long.
I don't know. They've probably been in the house, what, like 2-3 months at this time?
Yeah, and it didn't happen right away. It happened like the middle of that.
Yeah.
So maybe like a month.
Yeah. I think Logan's just like, I'm looking for something casual because like I live in Spain. I'm not trying to have a relationship with someone that lives in England. And Big T was like, and he could tell that Big T was like falling in love with him.
Yeah, so yeah, he did the right thing. So anyway, he's like talking to Josh and he's like, the kisses are a secret.
Right in front of the cameras. Yeah.
Foreign boys. Poor Big T. So yeah, Big T is like, I found my soulmate. And then we have a scene of them in bed, and she was telling a story about Greek mythology, and he just looked terrified.
I don't. Really funny. Yeah, it was really fucking funny. I just don't know why she was telling him a story about someone that married their mother and then like their eyes got gouged out. I was like, it doesn't feel like pillow talk to me, but to each their own.
Yeah, so he talks about he only wants the honey and nothing more. That's kind of douchey.
Yeah, but at least he's honest about it. He's not playing her, which I appreciate.
True, yeah, and he didn't like wait around or whatever.
Yeah. He did wait long enough for her to say soulmate, so
yeah, that's bad. And like they probably spent every night together.
Yeah. Poor Big T. I feel really bad. But I love that how he did it like off camera though. They probably had a conversation. It was sad for Big T, but he probably did like really nice and gently.
Yeah, I think so. So I feel like they didn't have a lot going on in this episode. What do you think?
No, because like, okay, well, I didn't know if it's just like a producing thing where they're like, we're going to bring in the families more because they did it a little bit last episode, but this time it was like, okay, here's everyone's family.
Yeah, well, both of them, like this episode and the next one, I think, was a lot of family. And it made sense before when like Jenna was talking to Zach because when he was like an asshole and wanting her to leave the game, like that was interesting. But I mean, it's cool to see Amanda's baby, but
yeah, like all of those conversations though was just insane. And like it makes sense, like you were saying in the past when they would show like phone conversations, it always had to like pertain to what was going on in the house, like Jenna going home. Or there was that one time where Bear was hooking up with Georgia, but actually had a girlfriend and then was talking to his girlfriend on the phone. Then he went around saying how it was his cousin.
Dude, what happened to Georgia?
Oh, she got caught with blackface.
No.
Yeah, of course she did. And Bear had something similar. So, well, I don't think he had something. I think he had something significant. Like blackface is bad, but I think he had something with underage girls or something in OnlyFans. Allegedly,
yeah, he did something with Georgia too.
Allegedly.
Yeah, so they're done. Anyway, so it's challenge day. Everyone looks nervous. That's what I put. TJ is saying, you know, in this game, you have to be ready for anything. A good agent adapts to any situation, and today is the time to adapt. You are no longer competing in pairs.
But what are they competing in, Kaylee? Do we know?
We don't know. It's an individual game as far as we know at this point in time.
Oh, and then everyone's like, yes, this is what I've been waiting for. I can only worry about myself. And all the rookies are like, well, fuck. We are going into elimination tonight.
Yeah. Corey's so happy. Casey's happy. Ed is happy.
Well, Ed's just smiling his way through life. So, I mean, is there any time where Ed isn't happy? They could have been like, you're sticking with the same partners, and there would be a confession with Ed being like, this is a great thing. I'm so happy about it. They'd be like, you're in groups, and Ed's like, I've always wanted to be in a group. Glad to be here.
You're not wrong. Oh, he's so weird. Yeah, so blah blah blah. Priscilla's terrified, which is fair. About to be open season on her ass. Yeah, so the challenge is called Diamond Dash, and everyone is supposed to race down a trail, collect a sledgehammer, and come to 3 different assignments, and you can pick which one you want to do. From there, you'll receive your code from one of those assignments, which will unlock your safe while you will retrieve your diamond and race to your checkpoint, and then they will find out what's next later. Dun, dun, dun.
I would just like to point out, MTV, you need consistency in what you're calling things. You can't have an episode called Precious Stones and then the challenge be Diamond Dash. Stick with the Precious Stone, or stick with this is the Diamond episode. I don't fucking know.
Yeah, the Precious Stones would make sense because when we find out, they're not diamonds.
I know. It's like, where did the diamond come from? Like all
diamonds with different colors. Wow.
Did you know if a diamond is red colored, it's a ruby?
Whoa.
That's science. Ask me not.
Okay, so option 1 is Vision Quest, and you just use binoculars to find your code and unlock the safe. Option 2 is trying to find a box that will fit through this wall, and then you scale the wall, and then you retrieve the code for your safe. And then option 3 is touch and go, and it's like a lottery ticket, but it's like huge, and you scratch the paint off the board to retrieve your code.
I would
so
hate
everyone
that one.
I know, all the girls did it too.
Yeah, I would never I would pick literally anything else. Like Bettina saying I would rather play with snakes, a bit extreme, but like I understand that point of view.
Yeah, and I mean, I guess the binocular is probably hard, but you don't even have to do anything.
Yeah, you just like look. You know, like you just use your eyes.
Whoa. You just look.
Yeah, man, you just look.
Oh, it's so funny.
Okay. But at the beginning of this challenge, did you have Josh's confessional where he's like, I'm just locked in. I'm ready to crush it. And it's like a run. And I'm like, Josh, but you don't run well.
I'm so focused. And there's like this scene of his stupid face being focused, I guess.
He's fucking playing that up. Like the camera was obviously doing a close-up and then they were doing all their shots and he was like, you know, in my confessional, I'm gonna say I'm locked in. Let me do this face right now. I hate it. I hate Josh.
Yeah, he won't be around much longer though, I'm assuming.
Ooh, does she know something? Ooh.
No, actually he could be around for a while. I take that back.
Oh, everyone likes him. I just don't understand.
I don't know. I don't get it. So yeah, somehow Nelson is the first to unlock and get his diamond, and then he sees like 3 different platforms with 3 different colors, and you have to pick a platform to put your diamond on. So there's ruby, sapphire, and emerald, aka not diamonds. And he says, did you get what he said? Like when he put his diamond in?
Oh my god, that was so fucking extra. Like I hated that where he was like, spies, lies, allies.
I think he said the challenge gods. I don't know why.
He said to the challenge gods, I'm rocking with blue or something.
I really think the producers are like, okay, you guys haven't been saying spies, lies, and allies enough, so get to it.
Yeah.
Your time.
You could also mention the challenge gods. It's been a few seasons since we've heard that, so
so stupid. Yeah, so like back at option 1, I think Devin, Logan, whoever's there, Ed, they all realize they have like each of them have different codes, so they can't help each other.
Yeah, because Josh yelled his out and everyone's like, no, that's not it, Josh. And Josh is like, but I'm unlocking my shit.
Oh, we all have different codes. It's not that easy. Of course, Josh is yelling his so annoying. So yeah, Josh. Oh, is Josh the second one to come in then? He is. Mm-hmm. Because Nelson tells him to pick a different cell and they'll work together, which I was like, do they even work together? Other than the bet thing?
But like I would do the same thing if I was Nelson. I'd be like, go on a different team because I don't want you on mine.
Yeah, that too. Definitely not.
Josh is really one of the weakest guys at this point. I think he might be, maybe him and Devin toss up, depending on what the physical activity is.
Yeah, I actually think Devin is like kind of better than how he's playing it off. Well, he's better than Josh.
Yeah, because Devin thinks through everything. Josh is just an emotional baby.
Yeah, there's something that like Kyle says later, and it's like you say the wrong thing to Josh and he cries for half an hour. Kyle's been great these couple episodes.
I do love his one-liners.
I know, they're so great. Yeah, so Josh picks Emerald, Nelson tells Corey to do the same thing. Obviously, Corey picks Ruby, and then Ed is just standing around and waiting.
Well, that's actually like the smart move. Like it's what Priscilla should have done. Priscilla and Emmy.
Yeah, for sure. It is smart. It was just kind of funny to see.
It was.
And
He's just like, Was there a smile on his face? It's tough to say.
I can't remember this time, but probably. So yeah, Devin and Emmanuel join Josh on Emerald. Priscilla picks Ruby Cell with Emmy. And then she's like, oh, I just fucked up because there's 2 rookies on this team. And Ed finally goes with Sapphire. CT comes running and everyone wants him. Number 1 draft pick.
I did hate Ed's confessional. Where maybe I'll just slip him a 20. And I'm just like, stop with the dad jokes. Like, he's still like college age and he's coming up with dad jokes like this. Come on now.
It's really bad. He's not funny. Yeah.
Come on, Ivy League.
Yeah, so CT's like sees the rookie girls and he's like, no, thank you. He sees Nelson and Ed, who are 2 brand new sports cars.
look at my workhorses.
Yeah, look at my workhorses. Oh, that was so funny. So yeah, Kyle goes to Corey's team so he can keep an eye on him. Casey goes to Emerald. Ashley goes with CT on Emerald. Tori picks Emerald.
Okay,
I feel like I'm saying Emerald a lot.
Okay, but like Tori going to Emerald, did you see what she did? Like she was covering her diamond and acting like a football player, like she had to get it to Emerald, and I was like, no one can stop you. Like this is your choice. Like no one is there. What? I didn't. I just thought it was so ridiculous.
She really thinks they're gonna fight for it or something. Yeah. Like everyone's diamond Tori.
Yeah, like you just walked there and you just were crouching with it, I guess.
Oh, that's so funny. Yeah, so she's like, I see Josh and then I see Casey and that locks me in. Or whatever she says. Like, ugh.
I'm gonna rock with my buddies. Okay. I didn't think you were that close with any of those people.
No, minus Emmanuel.
Like, you just know that that's strategically the best place to be because those are the people with the most numbers. But keep on keeping on.
Keep on telling us lies.
We see right through that shit.
Yes, we do. Next, I have that Logan is still looking.
I say, aw, poor Logan.
He must have been there for so long. I think he was the first person to get there, too.
Yeah, he just must have really bad vision because he was like, I don't know, maybe looks like a 6. I just started pushing numbers.
Yeah, so he guesses in his lockbox, and then he starts running, and I don't even think he's running hard, and he feels his leg crack. So he goes much slower, and he picks Ruby, so he's potentially hurt. Mm-hmm. Awkward. And then so everyone's waiting for Nani and Emerald because there's 1 diamond left. And Casey's like, where's my girl? So obviously Nani comes and picks Emerald. And then Big T's next. And CT is such an asshole.
He really is. He was like, no, go over there. And it's like, why? And then Big T's even talking about in her confessional, well, I think he has my best interest at heart. And it's like, no, CT has always had his best interest at heart. You should have learned that last season when he was a straight up asshole to you.
Yeah. I still can't believe he did that.
Oh, the way he chose Cam, CT, come on.
He's Love so you. Chill. Yeah. He couldn't handle it.
No. And the thing is they were terrible partners.
Yeah, they were. You can't just look at the best girl and think it's gonna work.
No, because they both have the alpha mentality. Cam is an alpha in her partnership and CT is an alpha in a partnership. When you have 2 alphas together, it doesn't work.
Exactly. I miss Cam. I'm surprised she's not on this season.
I know. I hope she's not retired like Leroy.
She better not be. She's way younger than him.
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah. So Vicky picks Ruby. Betnina is struggling with scraping. Amanda goes to Sapphire since Ashley is there, and then Betnina goes to Sapphire, and I think that's it. Mm-hmm. And he comes out again. And he says, these are your cells, and these are the teams you are working with going forward. And each team has 6 players. And he says that, the next, depending on who wins, 1 cell will be safe from elimination. So next they have to, save their team's cell color diamond. And it's on, a pulley thing. I don't know these words.
What's that child's game?
Yeah. Oh,
Seesaw.
Is it seesaw? That sounds so weird.
It does sound weird. Why did we say that so much as a kid? Do you want to go to the seesaw?
No, it sounds kind of fun though.
You see it, you saw it, you know.
I get it. Yeah, so there's like the seesaw, like one side is the diamond and the other side you have to like put rubble in, balance it out, and get your diamond. So first team to do that wins, obviously. Right away, Ruby is struggling, and Devin on Emerald obviously figures out a loophole and is able to make it so everyone is putting rocks into the opposite side instead of 2 at a time. Like they filled their side full, right, to like pull it down.
What they did is, so you're supposed to be putting like little rocks into this like cage thing, and what Devin figured out is if he puts giant rocks on top of the cage thing, it's gonna balance it all the way, like it's gonna start like rocking it down, so then more than one person can be putting the small rocks in, because the way it was set up at first, only one person can get on the bucket and start putting rocks in. And so he thinks, well, if there's 5 people running this and they can just all put their own rocks in, it's gonna save us time.
Yeah, for sure.
It's fucking brilliant. He's very brilliant at these games.
Yeah, he is. I think he's gonna be around for a while on the challenge, which is exciting. So that's super smart. And yeah, CT's like, leave it to Devin to find a loophole. And then Kyle is like, I wish I was on Team Emerald. And they win so quickly.
Yeah. Well, it's like Ruby was so embarrassing, and like Emmy kind of had like a little like confessional in the middle. But then you see Emmy just taking like the big rocks and throwing it at the other rocks when there's a sledgehammer right behind her. Yeah. And it's like, what were you doing? What was going on there, Ruby?
She's not the smartest.
It's Ruby in general.
Anyone in Ruby is not smart, yeah. So Emerald is now the agency. They're safe from elimination. And TJ announces that one woman, and they will decide that what women will be going into the lair. So they are the only ones voting, which I did not realize the first time I watched this. I thought everyone was voting.
They took away everyone's voting little screens.
Yeah, put that together. So back at the house, Emerald is obviously celebrating. So Emerald is Nani, Casey, Tori, Emmanuel, Josh.
And your fave.
My fave. Devin. That's the brain not working. My favorite. Sorry, Devin.
It's just, you thought you said his name first, so you didn't want to loop back around. I understand.
For sure. It's concentrating everybody else. So yeah, Nani's like talking in her interview that she doesn't think the Bet Alliance will last till the end of the game. But she's in a good spot. Like Emerald's in a good spot.
Also a solid point, Nani, because it literally can't love you, but like it just like it can't, because you're gonna have to start voting each other in. Yeah, Nani, that's right, because the Vet Alliance isn't gonna last till the entire season, just because like it can't, because you're gonna have to start voting each other in. Like you're out of rookies, you know.
Yeah, they're gonna turn on each other more than they already have.
She's like, it's not gonna last all season. It's like, no shit, because there's no rookies left.
Oh, that's so funny. Yeah, so they're going out to the club, and this is when Kyle says that the only weakness of Emerald is if you say something mean to Josh.
And he cries.
He cries, yeah. Josh is definitely the weakest link of that team. He's so lucky he's on that team.
Yeah.
His stupid alliance. Hey,
Josh.
So yeah, this is when Corey is trying to like get his team together, be the leader.
I know. I'm so annoyed with Corey. It's just like, calm down. Like, who voted you fucking captain, and why are you just shut up? If I was on Team Ruby, I would pull a Kyle and be like, I want out, because this bitch won't shut up.
He's so serious. Like, it's funny how opposite Kyle and Corey are. I didn't really think about that until this episode. And Corey hates that Kyle just makes jokes. It's like, well, who cares?
Yeah, Corey, just calm the fuck down. Like, you don't have to laugh at all his jokes. If you don't find them funny, you can just like not laugh. But like,
and leave.
yeah, sorry that someone's being entertaining and not the most boring motherfucker in the room, you know?
Maybe that's it. He's like jealous.
He probably is. Like, Corey's just so boring at this point. Like, every time he gives a confessional, it's just fucking yawn. Every time he's having a conversation with someone, it's just yawn. It's just like, okay, we get it. You're a dad.
Yeah, he's very boring and needs the money for his family, blah blah blah. So Corey's like, the team needs to work on communication. They need Logan to be 100%. They're the underdogs, and that's okay because then Emerald won't go after them. And then Kyle's just screaming that he loves Ruby over and over again. And then wishes he was on the world.
Yeah, so pretty much their plan is to suck and stay under the radar.
Yep, which is not a terrible plan.
I mean, it's really the only one that they can execute, so...
Yeah, that's really their only option. So Tori and Priscilla are talking, and Priscilla knows that she's going to be a target, and that's fine. And Tori like really enjoys the bravery of Priscilla, but she can't give her comfort. Like, same shit, consequences for your actions. Tearing apart the Vet Alliance, which was amazing. Oh my god! And then the next scene is Logan and Big T. Did you like notice the scene?
I don't think so. Like, I have something written about, oh, Logan doesn't feel the same way. Poor Big T. She really liked him. But like, I don't remember what the fuck was happening.
Okay. I just like kept looking at it over and over again because it looks so shady. It's at, maybe he's just getting his stuff, but like it's at night and he like says goodbye to her and he's shirtless and I'm trying to figure out if he's wearing a towel or pants or shorts. And I can't figure it out because I'm like, is he just like naked, like saying bye to her, or like, what is going on?
Yeah, he's like, I'm gonna go leave for my own bunk at this point.
Yeah, so I was trying to figure that out. But yeah,
that boy is always wearing a towel though. I feel like I've seen Logan in towels all the time. I don't think I've seen anyone else in a towel. Logan I've seen at least 10 times.
He's probably very comfortable with his body. It's probably a cultural thing. I don't know.
Yeah, he's like, if I was home, this towel would not be on.
Yeah, probably. Like, I mean, I feel that. I just feel bad for Big T. He probably sent like many different messages to her. Yeah, so he's like, I love you, Big T. You're a really good friend. I love your personality and your friendship, but I don't love you that way. And if you want to spend time with me, you have to spend time with me as a friend. So that's kind of sad. And Big T's sad, and they talk about it in the morning while Logan's behind them.
Also, I love Priscilla going, welcome to the streets. Like, Priscilla, I love her. I love everything.
I love her too. I love her so much. Yeah, welcome to the streets in the challenge house. I'm surprised that Priscilla doesn't hook up with anybody. I wonder if she has a boyfriend or something.
I just think she's better than all of those guys, so good for her.
Yeah, that's true. Who is she gonna hook up with?
Like
Nelson. Ugh.
Yeah, that. Ugh.
Gross.
And like the ones that are decent are all fathers.
Yeah. Why are there so many fathers? Has there always been a lot of fathers in the challenge? I feel like no.
I think this is a new chapter. maybe that'll be a season, like fathers against singles, you know?
MTV, I hope you're listening. This sounds like a great idea. Take some notes.
How many do you claim on your taxes? I'm just gonna separate the teams.
Yes. Yeah, so Big T's just sad because she doesn't get to like cuddle anymore. I'm sure she got used to that and not being alone in the house. Yeah. And then Priscilla talks game with her about 3 points about like for her to not go in, and they're like, she's a rookie, obviously, she's not a threat, and she's never been to a final. So I mean, she's trying.
I love Big T's plan though, how she's gonna play the layup card and then some heavy threatening, and then she like does her little giggle.
Right. So yeah, Emerald team meets together for a picnic because they won, and they talk about their options, and they talk about Bet Nina, and Emmy, because Emmy's a really strong competitor, but she's not good with the team, and she's probably going to have a meltdown. And Emmanuel wants to make sure she's not going in because they're still friends.
And he protects her. That was really sweet. I love Emmanuel. I love
him too. Yeah, he definitely like keeps his deal. So Devin wants a strong girl from the worst team, and he says Priscilla, and Josh says Ashley's name, and Nani agrees. So about Ashley, Nani's like, they don't really know if they can trust her.
Okay, so last episode, Josh was in the room with Ashley talking about how she's safe, don't worry about it, he has her back, everyone has her back. One episode later, Josh is like, so what about Ashley, guys?
He's a snake. Yeah. He never gets called a snake. He's a snake.
He really is. And the way, like, if you check his confessionals versus what's happening in the actual show, it's like, don't listen to what the fuck he's saying. Watch what's happening, because all that's coming out of his mouth is bullshit.
He's delusional. Also, it's like Corey, but worse.
I love you, Nani, but stop going after Ashley. Leave her alone.
I think they're all like holding on the past because Ashley has been shady, and she has a really good political game, and they just know that. So
I don't feel like she should be blamed for the Hunter thing anymore. And the only other thing I can think that happened was like that whole Lavender Ladies thing, where Nani was pretty much on the other side of all of that.
Yeah.
And it's like all of those people I think are holding on to kind of like that Lavender Ladies thing because they were just on the other side of it. And it's like, sorry, she did something to get to a final. Like, I don't think she screwed it. She kept her friends' promises. She just didn't keep anyone else's.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't really care. Yeah.
I feel like we had this conversation last time. Everyone thinks Ashley's a snake, but she hasn't really done much, but she still has that reputation because she has the earrings.
Eat my pancake.
Eat your pancake.
Eat your pancake. I was eating that earlier and it was hard.
Yeah. I pretty much just said, yeah, we already talked about it last time mostly.
Okay, yeah.
How everyone thinks Ashley's shady. She hasn't done much though, but she wears snake earrings, so she has a reputation.
And Josh is a liar.
And Josh is a liar, and all the guys that lie do not get that same reputation. I wonder why.
I just don't want to run a final with Ashley. That's what it is.
Yeah, but she's good at finals.
We don't know what the final's going to be, though.
Yeah, but if it's running puzzles, she can do all of it. Like, she's made for finals. She's not made for eliminations.
Right. But yeah, Tori doesn't want to see her in a final and wants to take a shot, but like, if you're gonna take a shot, you can't miss.
Oh, like the girls don't want to see her in a final.
Yeah, girls, sorry.
I gotcha. I was like, all the guys would be fine, I think.
Yeah, that's why it's funny when they're like against her, because
right, it doesn't make any sense. Like, if I was a guy, I'd be like, yeah, I want Ashley as my partner.
Yeah, totally.
Unless, there's $1 billion on the line.
Unless
maybe that's it. Everyone thinks she's gonna steal the money from them.
Yeah. Yikes.
Well, I mean, such is life.
That's the risk you're taking on the challenge. Now it's nomination time, and Corey talks first and calls out Kyle for not wanting to be in the team. Kyle can't even wear red like everyone else is.
I hate fucking Corey so much in these 2 episodes. Like, oh, he's so boring and annoying and just sounds like that little bitch that is just constantly like, guys, like, we should be following the rules. It's just like, shut up and have fun.
Yeah, totally.
Also, it was really funny that he wore green.
I know, it was so funny. So Devin talks as the agency and says their mind is not made up yet, and now is the time for the ladies to say their piece. He wants them to like attack each other.
You guys start fighting, please.
Yeah. And Priscilla talks first and says her points, the same shit.
Yeah.
And yeah, she's not a threat. Ruby's not a threat. And she's already been down there. Nobody cares about that.
Nope.
And Ashley talks next about, how she's a champion, but she doesn't think that anyone is better than her here. She's like trying to play.
Yeah, downplay like crazy. Like, I'm not that good, guy. I know, like, I've won 2 finals, but like,
I always make it to a final.
yeah, I'm just like, okay, I'm a champion, but like every single final that I've seen, I've won, but don't expect that to keep happening.
So stupid. And Big T is like not buying it. She's like, oh, Ashley, you're like a fine wine.
You get better with time.
Exactly. And then Big T talks.
That was just a shitty speech.
Yeah, it didn't make any sense.
Like, she's trying to, I want to go down and prove myself eventually, just not tonight. Like, no, you don't. Like, Kyle called her out on it. Like, oh, do you want to go down any day then? When can we schedule you in, Big T?
Oh yeah, that was so funny. I love Kyle. So Amanda talks about being loyal and what she's playing for now, and she's a mom now, so it's different, and she doesn't think it's her time to go in. And Benita thinks she proved herself at last elimination, and she doesn't think she's the weakest link. And then Emmy wrote a speech, of course, and CT loves the speech.
Yeah, CT loves Emmy, but also I love after Amanda made all of her points, you can tell for sure she's not getting voted in because literally everyone just nods. Like, oh yeah, good job, Amanda. We love you.
Oh yeah, I know, it's so weird how everyone loves Amanda now. Yeah. I mean, I love her too. Yeah, so now the agency is just voting, no one else votes, and it's Priscilla, shocker. But nobody knows who picks to go against her. Is the twist. They really should put that together.
I did love Priscilla going, oh, I do look hot though.
I know.
She's so cool. I love everything about her.
She is so cool. She's playing a great game, and I don't know, I really love her. She's very like real. So elimination time, and all the girls. Can you hear me?
Yep, I can hear you.
Okay. So all the girls are nervous and preparing themselves to go in. So Priscilla heads down to the lair and she explains why she is here. I don't know my notes.
She got really emotional talking about her mom and stuff.
Okay.
And it was
right. That's what I thought.
Or was this like when she first comes down and is like, well, I'm a rookie. I made some waves. That's why I'm here.
Yeah. Sounds right. So
sounds right.
I missed that part. I can't remember. So this is when TJ tells her like you need an opponent and you get to pick your opponent.
Ooh. And see, this is where I gain the most respect for Priscilla because her easiest option would be Bettina, Big T, both her friends, right? And she chooses Ashley.
Yeah, she definitely was just keeping on that personal thing.
Yeah, well, also Ashley's like way tougher a competitor. So like I love that she went with someone that wasn't in her alliance and she kind of protected her friends, even though if she really wanted to get through, well, like I know she wanted to get through, but her best chances to get through would have been to pick like Bettina or Big T.
Yeah.
She would have crushed Big T at this.
Yeah, she would have. That's so interesting. I don't know. Like, I mean, it says a lot about her alliance. So she picks Ashley. Yikes. And she wants to go against someone great. And Emmy's like, Priscilla has balls.
And then Casey's like, I even have goosies. And
I know.
Like,
I love that.
I'm taking that word. I will be using that from now on. Thank you, Casey.
Casey, yeah, so it's gonna be a good one. And Ashley says how she's doing it for Amanda, which is cute. And Amanda's obviously here for bigger reasons than Ashley. So that was pressure.
Yeah.
Okay, so the elimination is called Seek and Destroy. And underneath the sand, there are 8 colored tires, and you need to place them on your poles. And then after that, go to this post that has blinking lights on the other side and memorize the color sequence and then make the tires match that light sequence. So you have to put the tires on twice. Ugh.
A lot of tire lifting.
very hard. So yeah, this is when we get the shot of Priscilla talking about she's doing it for her mom. It's her mom's birthday and she's crying and it's very emotional. Ashley talks about she doesn't want to leave her friend Amanda alone and it's an honor to be her friend. And they begin, and Priscilla's just does not have the technique.
No, like Ashley comes out strong where she dives on the mound of sand and like pretty much moves all of it and then digs with her hands, where Priscilla does the kick method.
No.
And I just don't really understand that, because also you kind of figure out as it goes on if you're, because the thing is like with sand, like you can put your arm in sand and then feel around. You don't have that like ability to do with your feet because you have shoes on and you can't feel.
Yeah.
So then Ashley just starts picking them up.
Yeah. Ashley is strong as hell. Like she looks so buff in this.
Yeah.
So she just has the right moves, and Priscilla just, I don't know, she's got these little tiny legs and it's not doing much for her. So Ashley is pretty calm and calculated and she's just going through the piles. Nani talks about how she's low-key rooting for Priscilla. She doesn't want Ashley to come back.
I don't know, like Nani's very anti-Ashley this episode, but I do love in her confessionals, you can tell that she's being questioned and she doesn't like the way she's being questioned because she gets a little defensive. She's like, well, this is what I would say about Ashley, you know?
Yeah, that's so true. That's so funny. So Ashley is taking the lead over Priscilla. Bettany is stressed for Priscilla. It's like 8 to 5 tires for Ashley. So Ashley heads to the pole and she sees the lights are flashing different colors and not in order. So that just makes it harder, I'm sure. Fucking challenge. And this pisses me off because she chants the colors and then everybody else chants with her. And that's annoying. And yeah, Nani gets gets to talk a lot of shit about Ashley this episode.
Yeah. Well, okay. So with the chanting too, in the beginning of the elimination, you hear Josh actually yell for Priscilla or tell Priscilla how good of a job she's doing. And then Josh is one of the first people that starts chanting the things for Ashley. And I'm just like, Josh, who are you?
That doesn't even make sense. Why?
Like at that point, it became obvious Ashley was going to win. So I think like maybe he's just jumping on the bandwagon, but he actually wanted Ashley out.
Yeah, that's true. That's so weird. Yeah, so they're all chanting. CT's chanting.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so I understand her team chanting because obviously they would want her back. I don't understand why Emerald is chanting.
I don't know. Yeah, you want her to come back and beat you?
Yeah, like, but led by Josh.
So stupid.
But like I also hated like when they started chanting and they showed Priscilla's face, you could tell that all of the hope went out of Priscilla because the last chance she had was if Ashley was slow at that thing, but then everyone else started helping her.
Yeah, it's really sad.
I know. Like you can literally tell the moment where she realizes she's gonna lose for sure. It broke my heart because I love Priscilla so much. And it genuinely feels like she was there to, like, I know how everyone talks about how they're there to help their family. She actually, like, I would like her family to be helped by this, like.
Yeah, you really feel for her. And she's just so relatable and cool. And she's like beautiful, but down to earth. I wonder how she was in Love Island. Like, she must have been cool.
Now I gotta watch that episode or season.
Yeah, so Ashley wins and she's so happy because it's been a few seasons since she's had friends here, and this like shows how insecure she is because she's like, they like me, they really like me. So weird.
Yeah, I feel that though, because like she's been voted in like the first on so many different seasons. Like ever since she's won, she keeps getting voted in by people that she thinks are her friends. And I think she said this in one of the after shows, is like she doesn't care about like as much like getting voted in. She understands it's a game or whatever. The thing that really hurts her is when she sees like the talking head interviews like after the fact.
Yeah.
And it's her friends like outside of the show literally talking shit about her, which
Right.
That would suck. Like someone that you hang out with outside of this, and then you just see them like on national television talking shit.
Yeah, that does suck. So, and she goes through some shit like last episode.
Yeah.
So, I get it.
People are cruel to her for some reason.
I know, they really are. I mean, she's calmed down a lot because she used to have her freakouts like all the time as well. I think that's a big thing. People not liking her. Anyway, so Priscilla talks and she's crying and says her mom would still be proud of her and she didn't give up until Ashley won. She's proud of herself and it's fucking sad. And TJ says bye to her, but he's positive that he'll see her again. And Ashley is even like looking nice and hugs her goodbye, which I thought was nice.
Because Priscilla's the fucking best. Like everyone loves her.
She's like, you fucked me over so hard, but I still like you. So she leaves and Corey's sad because he lost the only member that was proud to be a Ruby.
He's so fucking annoying. It's just like
annoyed of him.
I hate him. Like I go Grand Rapids, but like I don't know what it is. These past 2 episodes and all of his like confessionals where he's just like, I'm the team and we have to be all serious about the team. It's like, shut up.
Yeah, it's so annoying. Do we know where he went to school in Grand Rapids? Or did he already move?
He moved. I don't know when, but I think he's like in LA now.
He's definitely in LA now. I want to like look it up. I feel like he went to EGR.
Oh, he probably did. He does have an EGR look to him.
Right? I fucking hate them. Okay, I literally want to look this up right now.
We will find out. Corey Warren, high school.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, and he's been on it, 9 times, I think? Like the same amount as Ashley.
Yeah.
It's crazy. What high school? Oh, wait. Christian high school.
So Grand Rapids Christian?
Gross! That makes sense.
He then joined Grand Rapids Community College where he pursued a degree.
Physical education.
Okay, so he is like every other basic bitch from Grand Rapids.
Oh, he really is. Wow, there's so much about him.
You know, there was like a whole article.
So cute. What happened?
You know,
kids.
He became leader of Team Ruby.
Ugh.
We can't blame the kids. I blame Team Ruby on this one.
I feel like this is old. And then he lost a scholarship due to a pregnancy scare with another girl, which turned out to be a hoax. Is that true?
What the fuck?
That's so funny. And then he left school anyway after a year left to compete, and then he moved to LA. And he's working as a personal trainer at a national gym. He's probably still doing that. Okay, sorry. Anyway. Things to know.
Now that we got his background.
I'm so interested, okay? He really
shut the fuck up, bitch. Thank you.
Zeke is making a cameo. So TJ then explains that Ashley now has a choice on what team she gets to join, even Emerald, so she can infiltrate a different team and take over somebody's place, or she can rejoin her team. And she chooses to rejoin Sapphire and rejoin Amanda. And I mean, I know it's about Amanda, but that's a pretty decent team.
I think it's really good. Like, so CT with like his workhorses, like that's actually true. Like Ed and Nelson like are the brawn, and CT also has brawn, but is also very brilliant. Ashley's good at puzzles too. I mean, they have a solid team. I think they're more well-rounded than Emerald, actually.
Yeah, they are.
But
Josh.
I did love Ashley's part where she was like, well, obviously no to Ruby team. And then she's like, Sapphire Emerald.
Poor Emerald. So they're down a teammate now, which is interesting. I guess that will keep happening.
Mm-hmm.
And now we have teams, which is kind of exciting. Old school.
Yeah. I do love the old school feel. And I loved Amanda's like last confessional where she's like, you watch, we will leave with this money. And I was like,
I know. I'm really excited. Like they'll make it pretty far, I'm sure. And I don't know how far Amanda's made it in the past.
I don't know that she's ever made it to a final, but I have actually I think I either want Amanda or Nani to win this season, I think.
Oh, I would love a Nani win.
Oh, I would love an Amanda win too.
Yeah, I mean, it's just weird liking Amanda.
I know, it's very weird for me because I used to hate her.
Yeah. I guess moms and dads. It's hit or miss. Like the
I think I'm just like growing up and I'm like, actually, like that insult she did was actually a really fucking funny joke.
That's true. She's been funny the whole time.
Yeah, she's just been funny, and just like my tolerance for shit just
I love it. So yeah, we are gonna record another episode very quickly. So hopefully we're getting episodes just out on the Spotify.
We are almost caught up.
We're so close. So thanks for listening, and we'll talk to you guys later.
Bye.
Bye.